Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to get right into the book now. You've heard my prayer, but this is the very first article that I've written in my book, The Chronicles of Inspiration. And I call this one The Guidelines to a Caregiver's Heart, because it truly is the one that started this whole ball rolling. And this was a very special article that I dedicated to my mother and for all that she went through during her 2 years of the last 2 years of her life in a nursing facility. Here's how it goes. Ladies and gentlemen, and to all who show concern, I would first like to say thank you to all of those who work in the healthcare field, but especially to all certified nurse aides everywhere and all over the world. Now, to those of you who are in this line of work, keep up the good work, and may God guide and bless you as you may attempt to move onward and upward through your career in this field. But on the other hand, for the ones of you that are in it for any other reason than the residents' well-being, then this part I send out to you. There is a serious epidemic in a lot of cases nowadays, growing all over the world, so it seems. And it's not just our economy bent all out of shape, or gas prices sky high, or the cost of food being so expensive that sometimes it makes you feel as though you may have to cut back and eat every other day. Now, you know times are extremely hard if it should ever get to that point for some of us. But I can tell you about cases of neglect, disrespect, and overall disregard and lack of appreciation for our elders. And worst of all, have to see or even hear about physical, mental, and emotional abuse being handed out to some of them. I don't know how any aide could live with having something like this hanging over their head. Because you want to know something, and I truly mean this, I would rather go it alone than to work with someone that doesn't really care and is only in it for the good money they have probably been told by someone else that they can make. I realize that first, some people are interested and curious, and that's okay. But please understand this. Once you have become certified, it should always remain in your heart to do right by our elders at all times. And that if you should have a change of heart, nobody can hold it against you. Because truth be told, it's not for everybody. Now, on another note, this part I would like to address to the family members. There has to become a meeting of the minds between you and the nursing staff, because the goal for your loved one in terms of whatever level of care that they are needing is up to all of us to help them make it through. And that's whether it be for long or short-term care. Believe me when I tell you this. You see, because my siblings and I know from experiencing it what can sometimes happen when you're not involved enough with the care of your loved one as a family member, or in our case, be deceived by a certain facility, which is the very reason why I'm addressing this extremely important issue with you. You see, our mother spent the last 2 years of her life in a nursing facility due to some serious health problems. Unfortunately for us, we had to cope with finding out that she was being abused and neglected in every which worst way. Now, I'm not lashing out at the industry overall, but that particular home should have been held totally responsible for not preserving and providing just even typical basic care for another human being, especially when it came to it being our mother. Which also brought me into this field as an aide some 6 years after she passed away. From that day forward, I have committed myself into showing our elders just how much I truly respect and care about them. And that for all that I do for each and every one of them, it is an honor and a privilege in recognition to my mother, what she didn't receive. So as an aide or family member, Follow your heart and let your conscience be your guide, especially while working in this field together with us.